Hello, world. Hello, world. Hello, world. Welcome to a live edition of the Paul Howell Show on this Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. Things are happening fast. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live today because there's so many things going on in this world, especially in the realm of business and things of that nature. So I just got to get to it. I have to go live and give you what's happening in the world, from a live perspective and as it is happening. Of course, on this show, we're going to talk stock market, business, artificial intelligence, more business things I'm going to get into. Of course, I'm going to put on my consultant hat. Going to talk some video games, sports, going to talk some upcoming movies as far as entertainment. I'm going to bring up a new segment. Since I was born in during that time. Life before smartphones. Life before smartphones. Of course, I'm going to read a law from the 48 laws, and then I'm going to have a final thought. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. First, let's go with the stock market. Let's go with the regular stock market. So, as of close of business today, the Dow Jones is up 0.92%. It's at 44,565.7. S&P 500 is up 0.53%, 6,118.71. And Apple Inc. down 0.08%, $223.66 a share. Those are the regular stocks right now. So we're gonna find some crypto, see what's going on in the cryptocurrency side, and see what's what. Work with me here. So I'm waiting for the. So, cryptocurrencies. All right. So right now we have Bitcoin. As of right now, Bitcoin is at $104,266.35 right now. Right now. Like I said, this is lie. This is lie. Ethereum at $3,335.17, up 0.93% as of right now. XRP is at $3.14 a share. It's up right now, 0.66%. That's what's going on right now. Whoever just came in here, welcome to the Paul Howell. Welcome to the Paul Howell Show. Thanks for showing up. Trying to get to 200 subscribers. Right now I'm at 164. We'll get back to that in a minute. But right now I'm reading the crypto stock market. Solana, it's a lot of talk about Solana at the moment. So we have Solana at $253.67. That's up 0.88% as of right now. That's within the last hour. So like I said, it's a lot of things going on. So that's why I went live. And that's why I wanted to go with the stock market. So now we're going to move on to business. There's a lot going on in business. A lot going on with artificial intelligence. I'm going to read a report from Associated Press. So Trump highlights partnership investing $500 billion in AI. $500 billion in AI. From the Washington AP, President Donald Trump on Tuesday talked up a joint venture investing up to $500 billion for infrastructure tied to artificial intelligence by a new partnership formed by OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank. The new entity, Stargate, will start building out data centers and the electricity generation needed for the further development of the fast-evolving AI in Texas. According to the White House, the initial investment is expected to be $100 billion and could reach 5 times that sum. It's big money and high quality, people, said President Trump. adding that it's a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under his new administration. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. I'll get to those questions in a moment. Joining Trump fresh off his inauguration at the White House were Musashi son of SoftBank, Sam Altman of OpenAI, and Larry Ellison of Oracle. All three credited Trump for helping to make the project possible, even though building has already started and the project goes back to 2024. So that's as far as that is AI. So which means it's going to be a lot of money invested in AI and into education and into building AI, which means AI could be taking over a lot of things too. So always keep an eye on the news, especially when it comes to artificial intelligence, because they're investing billions of dollars in artificial intelligence and you want to try to figure out how you can get involved and possibly get your hands on some of that money, or get involved. I mean, I am, especially just really research and try to get involved. You got to be involved. There's too much going on right now, and you want to see where the money's going because there's a lot happening. Moving on. Report from Fox Business. Starbucks corporate layoffs looming in March. CEO. Starbucks has faced lagging sales and hired a new CEO last year. Okay. The global coffee house chain Starbucks will be cutting corporate jobs as CEO Brian Nicole continues to implement changes to bolster lagging sales and improve profitability. Nicole made the announcement via a notice to employees that was also posted on the Starbucks website. He highlighted how the company aims to deliver on its Back to Starbucks strategy, a series of changes announced last year that aims to enhance customers and store experience, but also said it needs to strive for better efficiency, which will ultimately result in layoffs. So that's a little bit of business news right there. Also, this is from CNBC.com, published today by Mackenzie Sigalos. I don't know how to say the name, but this is in tech. This is in the tech segment of CNBC. Trump signs executive order promoting crypto, paving way for digital asset stockpile. Okay? So, President Donald Trump signed an executive order on Thursday to promote the investment of cryptocurrencies in the U.S. and to work towards potentially developing a national digital asset stockpile. Venture capitalist David Sachs, who Trump tapped as his crypto and artificial intelligence czar, joined Trump in the Oval Office for the signing of the order. The digital asset industry plays a crucial role in innovation and economic development in the United States, as well as our nation's international leadership, the order states. Trump, who was a crypto critic in his first administration, changed his tune on the campaign trail and attracted healthy contributions from the industry after the tumultuous 4 years under then President Joe Biden. Crypto investors, companies, and executives accounted for almost half of corporate donations in the 2024 election cycle, with some contributing tens of millions of dollars to help Trump win his second term in office. So if you want to read up on this, so this report is on CNBC.com/Trump signs executive order on crypto digital access stockpile. Thanks for the like, and thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. So that's a quick view of the business. Yeah. If you got questions, I'll answer them throughout the live. I'm going to be on here for probably another 30 minutes, but I'm gonna go through itinerary of the show. So right now I'm going to put on my consultant hat, and this is for everyone, not just a business. So I'm gonna read from a book, Trump, The Art of the Deal. Okay. So this is from the second chapter, Trump Cards, The Elements of the Deal. My style of deal making is quite simple and straightforward. I aim very high and then I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing to get what I'm after. Sometimes I settle for less than I sought, but in most cases I still end up with what I want. More than anything else, I think deal making is an ability you're born with. It's in the genes. I don't say that egotistically. It's not about being brilliant. It does take a certain intelligence, but mostly it's about instincts. You can take the smartest kid at Wharton, the one who gets straight A's and has a 170 IQ, and if he doesn't have the instincts, he'll never be a successful entrepreneur. Moreover, most people who do have the instincts will never recognize they do because they don't have the courage or the good fortune to discover their potential. Somewhere out there are a few men with more innate talent at golf than Jack Nicklaus, or women with greater ability at tennis than Chris Evert or Martina Navratilova. But they would never lift a club or swing a racket and therefore would never find out how great they could have been. Instead, they'll be content to sit and watch stars perform on television. When I look back at the deals I've made and the ones I've lost or let pass, I see certain common elements. But unlike the real estate evangelists you see all over the television these days, I can't promise you that by following the precepts I'm about to offer you, you'll become a millionaire overnight. Unfortunately, life rarely works that way. And most people who try to get rich quick end up going broke instead. As for those among you who do have the genes, who do have the instincts, and who could be highly successful, well, I still hope you won't follow my advice because that would just make it much tougher world for me. I'll follow his advice. When you're negotiating, always aim high. This is me telling you, when you go into me and you want to negotiate for more pay or whatever you want the deal to be, always aim way too high so you can bring it down to as close to the number that you're really looking for when negotiating a deal, whether that number is salary or whatnot. So if you negotiate, like I said, this is for everyone. When you negotiate a salary, aim too high, and maybe you'll get close to that. Maybe you'll get it. I don't know. It just depends on how valuable you make yourself and how valuable you are. You want to, continue to hone your skills, continue to improve, and then when negotiation time come up, especially when the market, especially when you see what other people get in the market. Okay, well, they set the price for the market. Okay, well, now they set the market. Maybe I can get that and more. Just make sure you prove yourself along the way. So that concludes the consultant part of the Paul Howell Show. I'm going to go into video games. Remember I talked about AI at the beginning of this episode. Here we go. Capcom to use generative AI to create thousands of ideas needed for game dev or development, according to the IGN Daily Fix. This is on IGN.com. In today's Daily Fix, Microsoft has revealed the next wave of games coming to Xbox Game Pass, and there's a little something for everyone. Sniper Elite Resistance, Lonely Mountains Snow Riders, Gigantic Rampage Edition, Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess, now on Game Pass Standard, and more are hitting the service. In other news, Marvel Snap is back online after it was temporarily Thanos snapped out of existence as part of the TikTok ban. Developer Second Dinner will be working to find a new publisher to avoid any disruptions like this in the future. And finally, Sony's Bend Studio is still working on stuff even after their latest project has been canned. Bend Studio new game was to be a live service multiplayer title, but as part of Sony's recent purge of live service games that aren't Helldivers, Bend's game was canceled. Remember I said I was talking about AI earlier in the episode on how billions and billions of dollars is going to AI, and now Capcom. We all know who Capcom is, Street Fighter, etc., etc. Capcom to use generative AI to create thousands of ideas needed for game development. So when you go, when you after this live is over, when you go throughout the weekend, go research what's happening in AI in the world, not just business, but in the world. See what's going on in AI. See if AI could potentially affect your way of living. How you earn money. Would it take your job? Would it enhance your job? Can I go learn how to develop AI things? Can I go get the education so I could be part of that AI community? AI, 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 artificial intelligence. So that's my spiel on video games. Let's talk some sports. Big weekend, big Sunday, big Sunday, big Sunday. First, I want to congratulate myself for correctly picking the national champion, Ohio State Buckeyes over the Notre Dame. Of course, I was right on that, but I was wrong on my NFL picks last weekend. Ooh, woo! Only got one out of four. Woo! And that was the Kansas City pick. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. But I'm back. And you know what? I'm good. You could take these picks to the bank. First game, Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern. Washington Commanders at the Philadelphia Eagles, the NFC Championship. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. I know I've been on Coach Nick for the past few weeks, especially for them not letting Saquon Barkley get that rushing record. But they've been playing winning football, obviously. Saquon Barkley's been the difference. I know the New York Giants have to be kicking themselves because they just let him go for nothing. If you don't want him, at least trade him. You'll get something, but you guys let him go for nothing. Oh well, your loss. You better draft well in a lottery, and I don't think you're going to get either player from Colorado, Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter. Oh well. Anyway, on to the next game. Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS/Paramount Plus. We have the Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs. Ah, seemed like it's time. It seemed like it's Buffalo's time to get over the hump. But as some things change, some things remain the same. It is so. What's going to remain the same is Buffalo losing to Kansas City, and that's what I got. I got Kansas City winning again, getting their payback from earlier this year when they took their loss to Buffalo earlier this year. I got Kansas City winning the game and becoming the AFC champions to meet the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. I'll get my Super Bowl pick in a couple weeks, but sorry Bills Mafia, sorry Bills fans. This it is what it is. That's just life. That's just life. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Sup, Joe? Sup? Yeah. I'm a chill guy, but but that is football. What I've been trying to get more into, world sports, or I ain't gonna say world. I mean, it's kind of local too. Go to the soccer, see what's going on. See what's going on in soccer. I go over one game, so, and this is from the Europa League phase 2024-2025 UEFA Europa League phase. Manchester United has defeated the Rangers. Yeah, Club Rangers. I don't know the first name. Like I said, I'm just trying to get into it. Bruno Fernandes goal saves Manchester United late and win over Rangers. Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes scored a last gasp winner to secure a 2-1 victory over Rangers in the Europa League group stage at Old Trafford on Thursday. United dominated the early stages and thought they had taken the lead when Mathis D. I'm sorry if I mess up your name. I'm sorry. Headed home from a corner, but the goal was disallowed due to a foul by Lenny Yoro on Rangers defender Davy Proper. Rangers also posed a threat in a long-range attempt from Hazma Igamain was brilliantly saved by United goalkeeper Altay Ben. I'm sorry. Forgive me for messing up these names. Rangers fought back with an equalizer from substitute Cyril Dresser's 2 minutes from time before Fernandez struck in added time, lifting United to fourth place in the table with 15 points and on course for automatic qualification to the round of 16. So you can find more information on a Europa League on ESPN.com/soccer. So if you're into soccer, go to ESPN/soccer. You'll get more information on soccer. What's wrong with that? All right. So we're going to go. We have a big weekend coming up. We're going to talk about some movies. And I'm going to talk about one movie that's going to release tomorrow in theaters called Flight Risk, starring Mark Wahlberg. In this high-stakes suspense thriller, Academy Award nominee Mark Wahlberg, actor in a supporting role, 2006, The Departed, plays a pilot transporting an air marshal, who is Michelle Dockery, accompanying a fugitive, Topher Grace, to trial. As they cross the Alaskan wilderness, tensions soar and trust is tested, as not everyone on board is who they seem. So, this is not me advertising for a movie. This is just me let you know what the movie's about. Cast and crew includes Mel Gibson as the director, Mark Wahlberg, Michelle Dockery, and Topher Grace. Topher Grace is the guy who played Venom in Spider-Man 3. Yeah, that's him. I think he was on. Anyway, so that is the movie. That is the movie cap of the Paul Howell Show. Okay, now I get into like personal stories or deep thoughts or things of that nature. And I was born in 1983 or whatever. And I grew up in a time before smartphones, before social media, before things of that nature. And social life, in my opinion, when you're out with friends or you're out just having fun, it was just better. Life was better when you, as far as like going out. Yes, social media has done a lot of great things, but when it comes to going out with friends and having nights to remember, it's not, like I said, it's not like that anymore. I'm gonna tell you about one that I had that I always remember, I always go back to. This is back in about, I'm gonna say 2006, 2007. I went out with a couple of my white friends or whatnot, men and women. When we walked out from campus, went to a local bar or whatever, and we sat there, and of course they bought beer for me or whatever. Drink responsibly. Bought beer for me. We all just sitting there just talking and just having a good time, and everybody's talking about what's going on in their lives and just having fun, just having laughs. But we were all paying attention to each other. We wasn't in our phones. Oh, look at this. We were all talking with each other like, oh, ha, 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 and then when somebody was talking, everybody focused on them, or they were focused on me, or we were focused on them. You want another beer? Let's go get another beer. And one of the best things of that night was when they had a jukebox at this bar. And we would play music or whatever. We would choose different songs, but one song always stuck with me. And I will never forget how we sang the song together and screamed, and while we were drinking, just having the time of our lives, not knowing that it would be one of the last times we'd be out there doing it. Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. We turned that on the jukebox, and the night was just a night to remember. That capped off a great night to remember. Like, just singing a song, hanging out with friends, enjoying each other's company, drinking beers, drinking beers out of big mugs, and just living in the moment, not on the fucking smartphone. You know, I won't sing the song because copyright, but if you go listen to Bon Jovi "Living on a Prayer," you can just imagine how I was having fun with my white friends and having beers and just singing a song together and just having a great time. Being out late night. You know, we walked back to campus. We got back safe, and that was it. That was but that night it was just it was it was epic. It was amazing. I hope I really my hope for the new generation, you know, the younger 20 year olds, you know, grown people, is that you guys have nights like that where you go out with a couple friends and stuff, men and women, y'all go out together and y'all have nights like that where you just say, like, where you remember the nights 17 years later, 18 years later. This night happened about 18 years ago. And I still remember it like it was yesterday. Hopefully you experience having those nights where you just not looking at your phone. Nothing. Have one of those nights where nothing else matters. You know, and you are, you know, how where you all sleep at your friend's house. Everybody in their friend's house, like four people in the bed, one person on the couch. Yo, you guys wake up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, like, man, that was crazy. Or you have the pleasure of having one of those nights where you go out, you don't get back until like 4 o'clock in the morning because you had fun with the special someone you just met. But you have to be to work at 7 a.m. in the morning. And you make it through and you have a double shift. I had one of those nights. I hope you guys had one of those nights too. That was life before smartphones. No one know, like, it wasn't no going to the club and, oh, I gotta get a section. But then when you get a section, you up there. Let me take a selfie. Look at me, y'all. I hope hope for the new generation, y'all had those nights. Y'all had those nights. I hope so. I hope so. Have a night. Matter of fact, have a night where only one person bring their cell phone, and that's for emergencies or whatever, and the person can get an Uber. Take an Uber, go out with your friends, go out to a nice spot, and just have the time of your lives. You and a bunch of friends, y'all go out, local bar, don't get into any trouble, be responsible, have fun, and play the jukebox or whatever it is. Just have one of those nights, man. And the Uber person would get you guys home safely. Matter of fact, go to have fun at the bar, go get breakfast, then go home. But try to leave smartphones out of it. Matter of fact, I would say, if you're gonna take pictures, somebody in the crew they got to get a disposable camera. They have to get a disposable camera so you guys can and then you have the excitement of going to see what pictures you guys took instead of just doing a smartphone. Have one of those nights. Have one of those nights, man. All right. This is the point where I go into it's deep thoughts. 48 laws of power. 48 laws of power. I read one laws of power and I give my opinion on 148, loss of power. Law number 10, avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Emotions and behaviors are infectious. Interacting with a miserable person can be dangerous. Instead of helping him or her, you might actually trigger your downfall. Some people cause their own misfortunes. If they do it to themselves, they will likely do it to you. If you really want to have friends, look for people who are happy and successful. Unfortunate people, especially women, stir pity in the heart of whoever sees them. But the transfer of negative emotions and behavior is not limited by gender. These things come from the miserable person's core. It is possible to study what makes unfortunate people unfortunate. However, it is going to be a waste of time. If you think a person has an infectious combination of negative emotions, walk away. Don't help him or talk to him or her. Interacting with that kind of person might cause undesirable events. Thanks for the likes, people. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for viewing in. Some people deserve help. For example, there are individuals whose lives got ruined by a series of uncontrollable events. Helping them can give you excellent chances to obtain power. Note, however, that there are people with inherited negative qualities. Their own actions and or behaviors cause the problems that befall them. Self-destructive individuals have intense emotions. They can attract and affect others. Their favorite role is that of a victim. That is the reason why it is extremely hard to see a curious fact. Their problems are self-inflicted. By the time you discover this fact, you have been exposed to their infectious actions and or behaviors. Important note, just like in common diseases, the best way to combat infections is through quarantine. If a person's negative qualities are infectious, stay away from him or her. When judging a person, consider the effect he has on your plans. The reason he gives for his issues are not important. So, my opinion on that. If you're around someone, especially if you're at work, if you're at the workplace and you got aspirations and goals, or you got a group of friends, it's always that one person that's like, seem like they're always negative. Always just negative Nancy, just negative as fuck. You know, I remember I had a former friend hit on another former friend of mine. You know, this one guy, I'm gonna just call him L, and the person that hated on him, I'm gonna just call him J. So L had a job as he was when he was like 13 or 14, making $14 an hour. $14 an hour, this is back in the early 2000s. $14 an hour is a lot of money, especially for a 14-year-old. Well, L had the job, but he lost it within a couple months or something like that. When Jay found out that he lost the job, he told me and a couple people, "Oh man, I'm glad he lost that job. He was making too much money." Okay, well, I'm just gonna know that you don't want any of us to make more money than you, or your jealousy you may have may try to prevent us from being successful. You got to get away from those kind of people. Anytime somebody says something negative about somebody that may be cool with them, but they don't know it, like, "Oh, I'm glad they didn't get it," or "they didn't deserve it," or something like that. Get away from those people. I'm telling you. Like, the moment it is messed up, is so screwed up, because some people, they know how to cloak the jealousy. They know how to pretend too. But eventually that hater will come out. Sooner or later, they're gonna be like, they're gonna distance themselves from you, or when you try to tell them about it, they're like, they ain't gonna congratulate you, or they just gonna be like, they just won't clap for you. They're gonna just say, "Why you do that?" Instead of, "Hell yeah, man, let's go!" Like, what like, how did you do that? Like, I want to hear something like, man, congratulations, bro, man. I'm happy for you. Instead of like, if they don't answer at all, or they don't, or they hit you with a, why you do that, or you know, you could feel in your gut when somebody's like, stay away from those miserable souls, because they may cost you. They may cost you your life. You can't save everyone. You know, like I said, some people just may be unlucky or whatever. You can help them out. If you want to help somebody out, help them out far away. You can't save everyone. You can't save everyone, because you help them out. You help someone out. They're unhappy with what you helped them out with. I didn't have to help you out with shit. So that's why I just don't be, I I kind of like, I just don't want to help people out. I don't want to sound negative, but you know, just stay away from negative people. Stay away from negative people. You know, be around those people like, oh man, you got this, man. You can do this. You got this. Those people that pump you up, the people that put the battery in your back. I knew you could do it. I'm so proud of you. My friends tell me something. Oh man, I tell my friends like, hey man, if you whatever you're doing, I want to hear about it. I want to hear about the great things you're doing. I like to hear about it because one, it inspires me, and two, I'm happy because it's you. I'm happy because it's you. It makes me happy knowing that somebody close to me has achieved something. I really like, if you're part of my inner circle, you're a friend of mine, or if you're one of my followers on here, and something great happens for you, congratulations. And I hope you achieve more success. More success. I'm happy for you. And that was my 48 Laws of Power segment. And we're going to go to the final thoughts. The final thoughts of the Paul Howell Show. First off, I want to thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate everyone who showed up to the Paul Howell Show. Sorry I wasn't able to answer your questions real quick because I was, into the segments and things of that nature. But I will be doing more lives from now on since school is back in. I'm a full-time student too, so I'm going to be busy with that. So I won't have time to really be editing videos or things of that nature. But life is happening very fast right now, in my opinion. So going live is the thing to do. So especially if I hear something or see something, I'll be able to tell you guys live. And I'm just glad you guys came in and had fun with me. Final thoughts of the night. Never stop learning and researching. The time now is to learn and research and figure out what's going to happen within this year and how it's going to shape the next 3 years. We have a new president in office. He signed a ton of executive orders. It's going to have a trickle-down effect on everything. Okay? So you want to learn about what's going on. We said it's sitting there instead. Some people bitching, complaining about, oh man, he's this. This not. Doesn't matter who the president is. See what's going on and see how you can learn about what's going on and see how you can do your research and see how you can position yourself to benefit from it. That's what we all need to do. That's what I'm doing. Trust and believe I'm doing that. AI is coming. Billions is invested in AI. Billions of dollars is going to be invested into AI. Get ready. Panic now. Get ready or get left behind. All right? All right, all right. Woo! Thank you, world, for watching the Paul Howell Show live. The first first edition of the Paul Howell Show live. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the video. Be sure to go to Amazon.com and look up my books like Rise Share Diaries from the author Paul Howell, Love Tech, or you can look up Echoes from the Fantasy Grove or other titles that I may have written. Amazon.com under Paul Howell. Look up those titles and make sure you subscribe to this channel to see updates from the Paul Howell Show, especially when it comes to the Monday business brief, because there's going to be a lot of business going on. So I'm going to, give you guys a quick brief on that every Monday, the Paul Howell business brief. And every now and then I may post something. So, and turn your notifications on so you be the first to see it. You be the first to see it. Laugh, live, love, never stop learning. And thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Peace.